what's going on? You too. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Brad Steele channel. Steele Reactions Yataka is where it's happening. Thank you guys for joining me on the Bradical bandwagon today for another reaction video. This is a song by an artist, a band I've never heard, Mike and the Mechanics. This is The Living Years. I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect. I've never heard this band, never heard this song, so let's see. Always love checking out new stuff. Before I get to this, though, I've got some covers and original music of my own. One of those will be at the end of this video that you can check out if you stick around. Also, the red subscribe button is below, and you can always check that out as well. As for me right now, it is Mike and the Mechanics, The Living Years. The living years are the loving years. So this is older. Looks like maybe 80s. Beautiful scenery. It already is giving vibes of like, take my breath away. I kind of waiting on that to come in. Okay. Love the scenery. Kind of the sound of music.
Every generation blames the one before.
Woo! Well, that's an opening line that packs a punch right there. Every generation blames the one before. You know, the millennials or blame it all on, was it Gen X or the boomers? Now Gen Z's come along, they're blaming everything on the millennials. And then the generation after Gen Z will blame everything on Gen Z. Great opening line.
And all of their frustrations come beating on your door.
Yeah.
I know that I'm a prisoner to all my father held so dear. I know that I'm a hostage to all his hopes and fears. I just wish I could have told him.
Dang. Whew. These lyrics are hitting strong. I'm a hostage to all my father's hopes and fears. Oh my gosh. I mean, whoever wrote this song was in, like, they were feeling it.
In the living years.
Wow. I wish I'd told him in the living years.
More crumpled bits of paper filled with imperfect thoughts. Still to conversations. I'm afraid that's all we've got.
Wow. Look at the dog. Look at the dog and the little... I mean, this is... I was not expecting this. This is one of those reflective, like, make you reevaluate your life and your priorities, you know?
You say you just don't see it. He says it's perfect sense. You just can't get agreement in this present tense. We all talk a different language, talking in defense.
Woo! Dang, I hate to keep pausing, but every lyric packs a punch. And for what I'm getting, I mean, especially in the world that we live in today, and I live in the U.S., it's an election year right now. People are just, God, everybody's angry and mad. But like, oh, woo!
Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it clear. Oh, say it clear. You can listen as well as you hear.
Woo! Gosh! First of all, his voice is great, but listen loud, listen clear, or say it loud, say it clear. You can listen like you hear or whatever. Like, listen as well as you can hear. Man, so many things that we hear every day, but are you really listening? Are you really listening to people? Are you listening to listen, or are you listening to respond?
It's too late. It's too late. When we die. Oh, when we die. We don't see eye to eye.
Woo!
So we open sacrifice the future. It's the bitterness that lasts.
Dang, man. Ah, the bitterness. What did he say? We sacrifice the future. It's the bitterness that lasts. Man, when you hold on to that bitterness and that resentment, like, you can't change the past, but you are destroying the future.
It's the bitterness that lasts. So don't yield to the fortunes you sometimes see as fate. It may have a new perspective on a different day. And if you don't give up and don't give in, you may just be okay.
Yeah, I maybe my favorite line of the song. You may have a different perspective on a different day. You know, it makes me think of, like, when it's late at night and you're overthinking things and everything seems worse than it is, and then you go to sleep and you wake up in a new day and you have a new perspective, and every day you learn, you see things differently. I see things much differently now than I would have 5 years ago because I was younger. I was dumber. Now I have 5 more years of wisdom. Not to say that you can't be wise when you're younger, but still, you change perspective all the time. People are scared to death to change their minds or to admit they changed their mind. I'm sorry I'm pausing so much, but this is one of those songs where every lyric, it's like you want to talk about it.
Say it loud.
What a voice. I love that line.
Because it's too late. It's too late when we die. Whoa, when we die. We don't see eye to eye.
Man, I haven't even commented much on the vocal, but it's phenomenal. I noticed that the first chorus, if I remember correctly, it was just the kids choir that was singing. Now on this chorus, now we have adults that have joined in. That's telling.
I wasn't there that morning when my father passed away.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get to tell him all the things I had to say.
Woo!
Think I caught his spirit later that same year. I'm sure I heard his echo in my baby's newborn tears. I just wish I could have told him in the living years.
Dang! Man, if there's anything that you learn the older you get, if you got something to say it, And I've learned this a lot recently, We've had some dear friends that we've lost over the last month or so, a couple months, tragically, shockingly. You never would have saw it coming. If you ain't told the people you love them, you need to tell them. If you've got something you need to get off your chest, get it off your chest. If you need to forgive somebody, forgive them. If you need to apologize to somebody, apologize. Don't walk around with regrets. Don't walk around with things left unsaid.
So say it loud. Say it clear. Oh, say it clear. You can listen as well as you hear. It's too late. It's too late when we die. It's too late when we die. We don't see eye to eye. So say it loud.
That's it's too late when we die to admit we don't see eye to eye. Like, I mean, that could be interpreted a lot of ways, but I mean, I think one major thing I could say for today, like I said, in the U.S., it's an election year. It's okay to not see eye to eye. Now there's some issues where it's like, okay, that's kind of tough. But I think it's okay to admit that, like, hey, we disagree on some things. We don't have to hate each other. We can coexist.
Say loud, say it. Come on, say clear. Don't give up, don't give in, and don't look back till it's too late.
Yeah, man. What a song, and what a thought-provoking song. Something that you can walk away from that song feeling challenged to really think about your life and think about your relationships, think about your friendships, think about the way that you conduct yourself on a daily basis. I think that's a beautiful song. I love the 80s feel of it. I love the video is very, very 80s. I love it. And what a thought-provoking, beautiful song that hopefully we can all feel challenged by.
Building a fort with all kinds of supplies that I found in my garage. Filming my very own TV show on a camera I bought at Walmart. Spending hours on a PlayStation trying to beat Crash Bandicoot Warped. Some of the best memories I've ever made were on days when I was bored. Jotting down words on a Taylor Swift notebook as I wrote my very first song. Throwing a football at 10 p.m. with some friends in a church parking lot. Singing Nickelback karaoke and laughing until we were sore. Some of the best memories I've ever made were on days when I was bored. We could use a little boredom. We could use a little boredom today. Me and the family going out for dinner on a random Tuesday night. Sitting in the yard for hours in October, 'cause it's feeling so good outside. Crying my eyes out on April 13th, the last time that Kobe Bryant scored. Some of the best memories I've ever made were on days when I was bored. We could use a little boredom. We could use a little boredom today, today, oh today, yeah today. Stopping by my sister's house on the way home to go in and play with my niece. Laying on the couch beside my fiance with Boy Meets World on the TV. Watching Papa fall asleep in his chair and covering our ears as he snores. Some of the best memories I've ever made were on days when I was bored. Some of the best memories I've ever made were on days when I was bored. Put the phone down, just be bored. Put the phone down, just be bored. Put the phone down, just be bored.